Today we're going to use psychology to explain why you feel pain and why you're not getting better. My name is Lawrence and I've been a physio for over a decade and I've helped thousands of patients improve after an injury and prevent getting injured. From those years of experience, I can narrow it down to two psychological things that might affect you and how to use them as tools to actually improve your recovery. And we're going to sneak in a third technique that will almost guarantee you will improve. So what's happening here is as I go to touch the hot water, there is an overload of a signal of heat energy, and that's passing through into my fingers, and this overload of system is telling my body that this is potentially dangerous to my body. So I get a rapid reflex which pulls my hand away, and this prevents me from getting further damage. We know this as pain. Knowing pain is a protective signal, and it's a way or an alarm system to actually prevent further damage or actually prevent damage. It will help you be able to understand it a bit better and learn how to approach it from a productive point of view. Let's go over here. Hey, do you want dinner?
No.
Okay. So pain can be both physical and emotional, psychological. There are multiple levels to pain. If you can approach pain knowing that it's an alarm system, that it's there to help you, it's the sign that you're looking for, that you need to change something, either physical, mental, psychological, social. We're going to start with the first thing that physios mainly use to help to prevent, reduce, and improve from pain. Hey, did you want dinner?
No.
Okay.
No.
No?
No. No. No.
So the first psychological concept that all physios and most practitioners work with is exposure therapy. If there is something you are not used to, gentle graded exposure will build conditioning in your body and it will help for you to adapt and grow. The clip previously, everyone's scared of rejection, but once you've been rejected for that 5th or 6th or 7th time, it's not as bad, doesn't hurt as much. Same thing with an injury. The main thing that physios try to do is to regain trust in a body part that has been injured. So let's say you've injured your back while bending over and lifting. You're going to be a bit scared, a bit afraid to bend down and lift heavy again. When you go and meet a physio, it should be a graded approach. You should start by lifting very light, even your body weight, less than your body weight. Just working through gentle range of motion first, just to get you comfortable and trusting of your body to move through this range of motion initially. After a while, you will start to grow trust, your body will adapt, your nervous system will calm down, that alarm system, which is the pain signal, will start to get quieter, and that's telling you what you're doing is safe. It's okay to try to push the limit a little bit more, push the line a bit more. That's when your physio should progress your protocol. Let's add a bit of weight to this movement. Let's see if we can go further with this movement. Let's add more volume, more sets, more reps, more weight. And over time, before you know it, you've progressed dramatically. You're getting stronger than you were before. And that's the main purpose of what physios do. So what I've found with all of the patients that succeed, that come into the clinic, go through the rehab, majority of them who do have a fast and a successful journey of decreasing pain and improving their function, it follows the second psychological principle, which is positive self-talk. So if you tell yourself, my body is useless, my body hurts, this body part hurts, my arm is never going to work the same again, you're teaching your mind to create this reality. So it's self-fulfilling prophecy. By reps, increase the trust in that body, and you tell yourself it is going to get better. It might take time. It might take this many weeks, this many months, even this many years, but it will improve. Those are the patients that actually get better. What you tell yourself is extremely powerful. If you tell yourself you're confident, you're good with names, you're good with people, then you will give off that energy. If you tell yourself, I'm good at rehab, my body is strong, I am slowly getting stronger, I will recover from this injury, then you will recover from this injury. And it's hard because obviously you will have some sort of depressive and down thoughts about being injured. You know, your life's in shambles, I can't do what I used to do, can't do what I used to love, I can't go to work. But it's our job, and it's your job as well, to make sure to reinforce that you're the one in control and that everything is on the right track. Which leads us to the last psychological principle, not really principle, but model that we're going to talk about. So this is cognitive behavioral therapy, and this is the gold standard treatment for most psychological issues. In our clinic, we use it with regarding to pain. So the concept is your thoughts are influenced by your behaviors, which are also influenced by your feelings. So it's a cycle, and they lead and they influence each other. So the idea is, if we can reshape our thought towards a certain action or behavior, and we can reword it to be more productive or positive, it can change how we feel about it and lead us to a more positive action plan. So for example, if someone comes in and so this kind of continues from the self-talk that we talked about previously. So if your thought process and your approach to your injury is a place of improvement and recovery, you're more likely to improve. And if you have very negative thoughts about your injury, you're less likely to improve, or it's going to be a slower process. The simple way we do it in the clinic is when people come in and they talk about their injury, we ask them, how do they feel about it? And most of the time you feel negative, you feel sad. Obviously you're in pain. So if you can reword it to learn that pain is an alarm system, that you need to change something, that you need to improve, and you can change your feelings towards it. Instead of being negative and very depressed about it, you can use it as an opportunity, as like a reset, to reset where you are in your life. And that can lead to some sort of positive action plan, which might include incorporating some rehab exercises or changing lifestyle. This is a certain model that we use to help to reshape the way you think about your approach to your injury. If you're struggling to improve on your recovery, try these principles out, see if they help you, and if your practitioner isn't incorporating stuff like this, or you feel like they're not giving you this kind of value, it might be time to try a new practitioner. Please share this with someone who might help, and remember, if you can build the confidence, you'll get better. Do you want dinner?
Maybe.
That's a win.